How good a culture fit are you for what you're planning next in your career? Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Stand-Up. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to help make you a more effective leader so you can love what you do. Happy President's Day weekend. Hope you're having a good weekend and hope we're helping get your week off to a great start. All right, you're thinking about what's next. In your mind, what is your next career move? Are you moving? Are you going to move laterally? Are you going to move up? Whatever it is, how do you determine if you're a culture fit? Let's go back to the model we used last week. Schein's culture model, 3 areas. So let's go through this and think about yourself and how you could uncover if you're a culture fit for the next organization you're going to. First, top of the model, think of the pyramid. Think of a pyramid, broke 3 slices. Top of the pyramid, what's the top of the pyramid? Artifacts. Second part, espouse values. Last part are assumptions, right? Underlying assumptions. So let's take this apart for you, trying to help you determine where you're going next and how to ensure that you're a great culture fit. First one, artifacts, right? You know where you want to go, or you think you know where you want to go. Artifacts. What are artifacts of a culture? It's those things you see. You walk into an organization, what do you see? There's a dress code. There's an office layout. There's decor. There's a feel for the office. What is it? Or it's virtual. What do you see? What do you see in the organization? Those are what artifacts are. So what do you want? What is it that you want? And I'm going to recommend in each one of these areas, write it down. This is what I am looking for. Here's the feel. This is the look and feel that I want when I walk into an office or when I'm involved with this organization. So that's the first part. Next part, espoused values. Those are the things that are written that are driving this organization. Mission, vision, values, strategic plans, policy, procedures, all those things. Some of those things you can just go and grab and see them on the website, or you might be able to get some of them from folks as you're working your way through a process. But they describe this is who we are, or this is who we want to be. That's what's driving the organization. Last one, underlying assumptions. That's what really goes on in an organization. Underlying assumptions are those assumptions that people really don't talk about. And think about your organization now, where you are. You probably have some underlying assumptions on this is just the way business is done, and we don't talk about it. IBM, Apple, GE, they all have them. And think an organization, a large organization has them, but then there's teams and pockets. So there's different cultures within that larger organization. So what are the underlying assumptions for your organization? What do you want in your next organization? How do you uncover them? This is a really important part of doing this work. You have to uncover these so you understand this is how they do business. This is how I'm a fit. So how do you uncover them? Well, let me just give you a few seconds on how they're formed. The culture, the underlying assumptions are formed by people being together in an organization for a period of time, solving problems, and this is how we do business. And then it gets passed on. New people come in, it gets passed on to new people. So you get a stable organization. People have been there for a long time. The ways of doing business and solving problems have been there for a long time. Stable culture. Startup. People aren't there they haven't been there a long time. Things change, they pivot. That culture can change more easily. Right, so now, how do you uncover them? One, what do you want? You might want to say maybe you want to go from being a program manager to a director. So what are some of the underlying assumptions on how if you're going to be a director in that organization, how they work? Maybe you want to be independent, have a lot of authority, autonomy, some flexibility with the budget. Build a question bank. Build questions about what you want to uncover. How do people get rewarded here? What does success look like here? Tell me about the last time a person failed. What was the reason that the last person left? All those those type questions will unearth the underlying assumptions of an organization. So what's important to you? And what is a question that you can have to unearth those jewels for you so you understand what they are? The big point here, one of the big points here is that pyramid, one, writing it down, understanding what you want, but then 2, going out and doing it. You have to get face-to-face with folks too. Get in the organization so you can see what the artifacts are, gather the data, hear what the espoused values are, and then you need to spend time unearthing those underlying assumptions, talking about them so you know what in fact they are. Does the audio match the video? There you go. Hope you found that helpful. Have a great week. See you next Monday morning, 8:30.